No pick in round 2. Round 3, cornerback Brandon Williams out of Texas A&M. Round 4, center Evan Boehm out of Missouri. Round 5, safety Marquis Christian out of Midwest State. And offensive tackle Cole Toner of Harvard. And round 6, cornerback Harlan Miller out of Southeastern Illinois. So we had 3 secondary picks, 2 offensive lines, and a defensive line. Not a whole lot of areas of need. Could have maybe worked the trades better. I don't know that they did anything to improve their team in this draft, but I don't know that, there was a whole lot that they could have did that they didn't do as far as, the opportunity being there. But, yeah, I don't know that any of these players step in year 1 or ever and make this team any better. So I've got Arizona at a D plus / C minus. And I'm going to stick with the D plus on. They did not do very good. The nice thing for them, though, is they have almost no needs and are still by far the best team in their division and should win it this year. Next, we had the Los Angeles Rams, who took quarterback Jared Goff with the first pick. Then they did not pick again until round 4. Yikes, that's a costly quarterback there, man. But they picked tight end out of Western Kentucky, Tyler Higbee. They picked wide receiver Farrell Cooper out of South Carolina. Those are 2 good value picks to help out your quarterback at skill positions in round 4. That was fairly well done. Then in round 6, they had 3 picks. Tamarick Hemingway, tight end out of South Carolina State. Another tight end, interesting. Got to be feeling the confidence if you're Tyler Higbee, right? Inside linebacker Josh Forrest from Kentucky. And Michael Thomas, wide receiver from Southern Mississippi. And that was their final pick. So they ended up with 6 picks in this draft. 3 of them might be able to plug in and play and, address some areas of need right away. How good they'll be, who knows. This is the hardest team for me, honestly, to grade their draft. I'm looking at an A- right here from the site I'm looking at. That's insane. I have them put right now anywhere from an F to a B, honestly, and it's so much wait and see on Jared Goff. If they gave up a lot to get him, and if it doesn't work out, like if he busts, then this draft is an F for them. Maybe Farrow or Higbee can salvage it to a D minus or a D, something like that. So since I have to give them a final grade right now, the Rams get a D. So we went from a D plus with the Cardinals to a D with the Rams. Then we're looking at the San Francisco 49ers. They had 2 round 1 picks, DeForest Buckner and Joshua Garnett, defensive tackle and then guard respectively. Then they did not pick again until round 3. In round 3, they selected cornerback Will Redmond, Mississippi State. In round 4, they selected cornerback Rashard Robinson out of LSU. Told you that defensive back position was a big area of need for him. Rounds 5, 3 picks. Ronald Blair, defensive tackle. John Theus, offensive tackle. And Fan Cooper, offensive tackle. Then in round 6, 3 picks. Jeff Driscoll, quarterback. Kelvin Taylor, running back. Aaron Burbage, wide receiver. And then in round 7, Prince Charles Iwara, cornerback. The 49ers have a lot of areas of need, and they had a lot of picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks in this draft. Now, some people say that having more picks gives you a better chance of getting players, that stick, that work, that make the team and contribute. To me, that's totally a half-truth. If you have, take a specific team. Any given team, when compared to themselves, has a better chance with more picks than with less picks. But even that's only a half-truth. Because if you've only got 4 picks, but they're all in the first round, and then let's say another team's got 8 picks, but they're all in rounds 5, 6, and 7, you got a better chance with the less picks again. What determines your chance, your percentage for odds of, players working out or not, has nothing to do with the number of draft picks you have in any and every draft. It's the quality of your scouts. And then combined ultimately with whoever has the final say, being smart enough to go with that. But so while you can look at the 49ers and go, well, they did a great job of getting a lot of players in a lot of areas of need with a lot of picks, and yeah, that's true. But I really think that they could have used that plethora of 5th and 6th round picks to get back into round 2 or in 3 or in 4 or move up in some of those spots and get more surefire, better players than the ones they got. I really think the only 2 players they got that are definitely likely to work out is Buckner and Garnett in round 1. I think all their day 2 and 3 guys are, 10% chance at best. So, I don't know. They did okay. I get what the thinking was, but they could have definitely did better, I think, as well. But they didn't bomb it, so we give the 49ers a C+, and then the last team in that division is the Seattle Seahawks, who traded down from 26 to 31 to still get their guy. They would have took at 26 anyway, Jermaine Ifedi, offensive tackle from Texas A&M. Then in round 2, they get defensive tackle Jarran Reed out of Alabama. Holy guacamole, that's a great steal in an area of need. Round 3, they get running back C.J. Procease from Notre Dame, and tight end Nick Van Epp from Ohio State, and guard Reese Adhiambo from Boise State. Then they have 2 picks again in rounds 5. Quentin Jefferson, defensive tackle out of Maryland, and Alex Collins, running back out of Arkansas. I like that one a lot. Round 6, they get center Joey Hunt out of TCU. And then round 7, wide receiver Kenny Lawler, California, running back Zach Brooks. They had a lot of picks. They moved up and down, got the guys they wanted, didn't overpay for anything, addressed areas of need. The Seattle Seahawks had an extremely good draft, but Ifedi working out plays a big role into how good ultimately it is, and then what these 2 running backs can do, Collins and Procease. If Vanett and Adhiambo in that round 3 and Hunt in round 6, if any of those guys work out or not, and that's with any of this stuff. But super solid draft on paper for the rich. They get richer. Seattle Seahawks B+, maybe even A-. But I just don't know about Ifedi. So we'll go B+. And then we're finally here to close out. Man, we're going to close out the NFC. We're going to have to really squeeze in the AFC, and then everything else is just going to be super quickie style. Because I want to be done with this damn show. So, for tonight, this episode. So, out in the NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys in round 1 took running back Ezekiel Elliott. In round 2, they took inside linebacker Jalen Smith from Notre Dame with the 34th pick. Believed to be one of the, if not the best defensive player in the draft. However, he has injury issues, already ruled out for the entire 2016 NFL season, hoping that he can come back after 1 year out and be resemblance of the player that he's been in college. In round 3, they took defensive tackle Maliek Collins from Nebraska. A questionable choice there. Defensive end Charles Tapper from Oklahoma in round 4. Quarterback Dak Prescott from Mississippi State in round 4. In round 6, Anthony Brown, cornerback from Purdue. And then 3 other picks in round 6. Kevin Frazier, safety, Central Michigan. Darius Jackson, running back, Eastern Michigan. Because that's what they needed, is another running back after taking one in the first round to make it like 8 or 9 on their depth chart. And then Rico Gathers, tight end. Rico Gathers what? That's an incomplete sentence. Rico Gathers, tight end. Oh, that's what Rico Gathers. I get it. Baylor. Rico Gathers, tight end. I love it. But anyway, Cowboys draft sucked. There's so much stupidity going on here. Maybe Jalen Smith works out, and I like that pick a lot. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott works out, and, it's okay. But how do you tell anybody? Darren McFadden ran for over 1,000 yards behind that line last year, and was a top 10 running back behind that line last year. So How do you know what's Ezekiel and what's the line? But not impressed with the Dallas draft at all. I give them a D plus with the potential for an F. But right now we'll let it be at a D. Let it be at a D plus. Nope. The song says, and yeah, my gut says that that's not a D plus. D plus is too good for that draft. So the Dallas Cowboys get a D. They get a D. They get a D from me. All right, sorry, just getting caught up in the Paul McCartney and whatnot. Okay, Giants. First round pick, 10 overall, Eli Apple, cornerback, Ohio State. What are you doing? Round 2, wide receiver Sterling Shepard, Oklahoma. Not bad. Round 3, safety Darian Thompson, Boise State. Not bad. Round 4, inside linebacker B.J. Goodson, Clemson. Gotta like all the Clemson players this year. Paul Perkins in round 5, running back from UCLA. And Gerald Adams, tight end, round 6, from South Carolina. Giants, some good, some not so good. The last 2-3 picks, not so much. The first pick, not so much. Rounds 2 and 3, I like that. And at least pick 4 was an area of need. You know, granted, I'm not too familiar with the B.J. Goodson guy. What is it with these names? B.J. Goodson. Well, no shit. Is John Madden naming these kids? What's going on here? Thank you, Captain Obvious. Yes, BJ's good, son. But anyway, Giants with a C minus. Yeah, we're going with C minus. They didn't totally bomb it, but they could have did better. Philadelphia Eagles, round 1, Carson Wentz, quarterback, second overall pick. Then they pick again in round 3. They take center Isaac Samola from Oregon State. Oh my God. I'm not making this up, okay? You thought I was hoping? Thought maybe it was done with the names? Oh no. Philadelphia Eagles, round 5, the third player they select. Running back from West Virginia, Wendell Smallwood. Smallwood. Yeah, your last name is Smallwood. Hey, Mr. Wendell. Do you have a Smallwood? God. Wendell Smallwood, really? Jesus. Oh my God. This next one is just... And then... The Philadelphia Eagles just drafted on a name basis. Like, they got Carson Wentz, and the whole rest of the draft they just checked out. They were just like, who's got the funniest names? That's who we're drafting, every one of them. Oh, so then their next round 5 pick is Halapolavati Vatai, offensive tackle, TCU. Jeez. Blake Countess in round 6, cornerback, Auburn. Jalen Mills, defensive back, safety corner, round 7 from LSU. That's a good value pick there. Alex McAllister, defensive end from Florida in round 7. And Joe Walker, inside linebacker from Arizona. So they ended up with 2, 4, 6. They ended up with 8 overall picks, but most of them came, all but 2 came in rounds 5, 6, and 7. Got a quarterback of the future. Got some hilarious freaking names on the roster, but not really anything that improves them right now. And it really all depends on if Carson works out or not. I give the Eagles a C. Wait a minute. I gave the Eagles a better grade than the Giants. Giants had a better freaking draft. So let's give the Giants a C plus, and then let's knock Philly down to a C minus there. That feels more appropriate. All right, now whipping through these AFC teams, putting out balls on fire super quickie in the last couple topics, and can end up being 2 hours. Well, only be 30 minutes over my estimate. So, well, we'll see. Not there yet, though. All right. So, moving on to the AFC. Did you say KFC? No, I said the AFC. Oh, all right. Okay. So, moving on to the AFC. All right, so we'll start in the AFC East with the Buffalo Bills. Round 1, defensive end Shaq Lawson out of Clemson. Round 2, inside linebacker Reggie Ragland from Alabama. Phenomenal grab, area in need. Traded with Chicago to get that pick. Just excellent.